Good morning, good morning. We are jumping right in and we're going to be talking about how you can triple your income in the next 90 days. If you're a business owner or an entrepreneur that has a service to sell, this is specifically for service versus products, then you want to tune in. What we're talking about today is going to change your revenue, it is going to change your business, and it's going to change your approach to sales. I'm Megan Camille, your intuitive business consultant, and today I am talking to you about the closing code. The closing code is the framework I use within my 7-figure business. It is also what I teach my clients who are moving into multiple 6 and 7 figures of revenue within their own businesses. Sometimes they're brick and mortars, sometimes they're service providers. And this framework is what I'm going to be sharing with you. I was really inspired to do this because this week I'm working inside my Intuitive Wealth Mastermind, and we're doing another series on sales. Because one thing I know for sure, after building 4 businesses in 3 different industries, if you are not comfortable and good at sales, you will have a hobby and not a business. So I am pulling back the curtains and I am sharing with you the same framework of the closing code, which will triple your income in 90 days. This is a proprietary method that I walk each and every one of my clients through. And so we are going to go over that over the next 3 days. The closing code is what supports you in tripling your income in 90 days by creating a conscious connection in your sales conversations. And when we're creating a conscious connection, we move into this space of ease. And an enrollment conversation or a sales conversation turns into relating. And for any of you out there who are really excited about offering your services or getting more visibility so more people can come in and experience your magic and your service, you've probably encountered the duality of wanting to sell this important service you've got on your heart and not wanting to feel salesy or sleazy, or, just those ideas that come up around sales that I'll have to be aggressive or manipulative. It's going to be uncomfortable. I'm having to trick them into this, or I become needy. I need their yes. Do I have to sacrifice my pricing? Do I have to prove myself? Do I have to lie to get people to come in and say yes to my service? No, you don't. I promise. I remember being trained in sales after I had already had my proprietary closing code and going in and getting some more education in sales, right? Like beyond the intuitive, which I thought was very important at that time to be more legitimate. And what I learned was tactics, right? Tactics of not letting people leave the conversation until they say yes, or making sure that you got their yes right then and there. Other things of, kind of a gaslighting approach of, maybe you don't know yourself, sort of idea, right? To get people to enroll. And what I noticed at this time, my second business was a sales agency. At this time, when we started playing with that within my agency, sales dropped dramatically. And I had a team of women. Right? So we were very much in the feminine flow. We were supporting people into yeses that really aligned with them. And this other approach, which was extremely masculine and void of connection, just didn't work. And this is really where I see so much of the resistance to sales. And so I just want to clear the air. Right? I want to give you the truth about sales. And the truth about sales is that it is connection. It is influence. It's support and kindness and honesty. right? Sales is generosity and joy and fun. And there's some things that are required in sales to allow it to be those things. And it is one, to create a conditioning within your energetic field, within your mind, within your way of being that says, this is not what I once thought it was. Instead, it is ease. It is connection. It is a kindness for me to have this interaction with someone and offer them something that is going to be life-changing, especially when they want it, right? It is a generosity to have a fair exchange of currency. So some things are really required as we move into the framework inside the closing code. Keep in mind, this is the same framework I have used to build multiple seven-figure sales teams. It is the same framework that within my own business, we closed out in March 140,000 new dollars, right? So with existing payments, it's even more than that as it compounds. And so this framework is extremely potent. It works, and it is firm yet feminine, right? It is firm yet feminine. It can be both. And so while this framework comes together and creates very tangible monetary results, what is at the forefront is human connection, integrity, love, generosity, and conscious communication. Right? That is the difference between something that is very old school, old paradigm and masculine, which is just like, give me the script, let me get these people in, fill my pipeline. And instead we're going, ooh, how can I be a magnetic force for the ideal clients for this offer to come through? How can I shift into a space of opulence so that I know that everyone that is coming into me is actually asking for this, and I am asking for them? That which I am seeking is seeking me, right? We actually don't have to choose between values and integrity and dignity and enrollments and sales and income. Right? So my invitation is that you follow us along for the next 3 days. I am going to be breaking down the closing code, which has 3 parts. So tomorrow we'll be talking about the first aspect, right? The closing code has 3 parts. That is the code, right? It's these 3 aspects that come together and make this beautiful harmonic trifecta that makes you magnetic to these people. And the first part is conditioning, shifting into the reality of sales instead of the programmed ideas of sales that it could be sleazy or manipulative or anything other than your highest self. So we recondition and we come into alignment, we restructure into our values, our dignity, and our integrity, and being open channels for connection. The second part to this code is conscious communication. I am really shocked at how there isn't more conscious communication in business and in the world. Conscious communication is so, so important. And when we're talking about sales, conscious communication can take you from a couple closes here and there to a cascade of people who feel heard, seen, validated, accepted, and they are open and willing to trust you. Conscious communication builds trust. And within that conscious communication, we are talking about explicitity, which is why there's never any sort of manipulation or lying or anything like that. Oh my gosh, look at all those balloons. Did you see that? The second or the third and final piece is the framework itself. Now, I know everybody loves a good script and like a step-by-step tutorial. And so although the framework will bring this into like, what does the conversation look like? What is it that I'm asking? What is it that I'm sharing? How do I set the stage for an ideal person to connect with me and come in and choose to pay for my high quality service? That framework is invaluable. However, it only works when we infuse it with the energetics of positive conditioning and conscious communication. So I will provide you with all of those steps, all of them, because the three of them that come together, that is the code. One without the other, it doesn't unlock, right? It doesn't unlock the cascade of wealth that can be in your business, in your life. We get to have all of them come together in a beautiful harmonic dance. So I will be posting below the closing code handbook. That will be below so that you can have this also tangibly. And over the next three days, I will walk you through each code, right? The code of conditioning, the code of conscious communication, and the code of the framework. However, below you can get the PDF of the closing code. Triple your income in the next 90 days by creating conscious communication and ease in your sales conversation. So go ahead and grab that. It is totally complimentary, and I will see you tomorrow for the first code. Bye for now.